right, my name's Cassie Villela. Most of you know me. I am a realtor, property manager, and investor here in San Antonio and the surrounding areas. I started doing this little meetup when COVID started because we can't meet in person anymore. And I think it's valuable to still network and try to learn and, continue growing even though we can't leave the house. And so I'm so glad you all are here. I start these out by going through local market information and the latest data to just kind of give you an idea of what's happening here in San Antonio. And then I try to do a topic at the end so that maybe it can spur some conversation afterwards. So today, here's the COVID updates. As you can see, and as everybody knows, unless you're living under a rock, we're spiking again. It's been pretty bad in Bexar County, so people are, starting to not leave the house, again, and it's kind of back like it was in April. The state has a statewide mask order, so everybody has to wear masks. So it's definitely been picked up again, unfortunately. And then as far as evictions go, here in Bexar County, the eviction court is open again. It is significantly backlogged. So what I read said that they were still on cases from April, even like pre-COVID cases. So they are behind, but at least it's open and functioning again. That being said, if you own the property with like an FHA type loan, there's a federal moratorium on evictions through July 24th. And a lot of people expect that they're going to extend that with our government, who knows, but definitely be ready for that to be extended. And then I've posted this the last several meetings, but I want to just share it again. This is the link to help if you have tenants who are struggling, if they cannot pay the rent. It's just a fantastic resource. It also has domestic violence help, it has places to get food. It's a very, from my experience, it's a very empathetic and caring way to help your tenants get their rent paid. It's not this landlord saying, hey, pay me my rent, I don't care. I understand you're struggling. Here's some help that you might be able to get. So definitely share that. I actually just proactively sent it to my tenants and to all the tenants that I manage. Just it's even got other things in there. So it's just helpful. It's a great resource. Okay, so we're into showings. And keep in mind that this is home showings in the price range from 100,000 to 200,000, because as investors, that's kind of our wheelhouse. You can see kind of like what happened in April, although it's not as dramatic. It is kind of starting to go down again. But this last column is this week last year, and we're still higher than that. So I wouldn't say that buyers aren't out there looking. Buyers are definitely looking. Of course, the low interest rates has a lot to do with that. Buyers, a lot of people are moving despite all of the craziness in the world because they can just buy so much more home than they would be able to otherwise. So still a very healthy market in terms of the number of buyers looking. And then these figures are renters who are looking. So the number of rental showings. This one does show a little bit steeper decline. I don't know that it's enough to worry about yet. I definitely, this morning when I was putting this together and I saw that, the last couple of weeks it stepped down so much and it's lower than it was last year. That is concerning to me. We can't blame it on the 4th of July weekend because this weekend in 2019 had higher. So it is definitely something that I'm going to keep an eye on and check every week and see if that continues. Hopefully that's not enough of a decline to start panicking just quite yet. There's still plenty of people looking, and if your home is priced correctly, it'll still rent. And then home sales are still going up. I think that this, based on the spike in cases, I predict that this might go down a little bit as people aren't able to get out as much, but still very strong, much stronger than April. And then the price has pretty much stayed consistent. And so these are the new numbers from June, well, the last year and then including June. You can see that new listings, and this is what I've been the most concerned about this whole time, is just the fact that, okay, we've got just as many buyers, but we have a lot fewer sellers. That's a problem for us as investors because it becomes a seller's market, and you're going to have so much more competition, especially if you're looking at on-market deals. And so you can see here, it upticked in May. I think there was a lot of attitude in May that, okay, we got through, you know, we can go again, we can list our property again. And then with the spike, it's kind of gone back down. I'm attributing that dip to sellers, you know, not wanting to take the risk of people looking at their homes and bringing the virus in. And then pending sales is always kind of a month behind. So you can, I'm sorry, pending sale, closed sales is the next slide. You'll see that it's a month behind this, but you can see that drastic dip. May is this mountain peak here. And then it just falls completely off for June because again, people are just not moving as quickly and not going as many places as they were. And then this is where I was saying it's kind of a month behind. So this uptick is May's pending sales closing. So next month, we'll see another decline there. And so with all of that, even though there are fewer showings and fewer listings and pending sales, the median days on market is so low right now. I mean, 30 days is a very low days on market. And all of these numbers just continue to point to it is a seller's market big time. And there's not enough inventory. And, you know, in my opinion, as investors, that doesn't mean, you know, stop looking for an investment home. That doesn't mean you can't find a good deal. It just means that you have to find that group of sellers who is not putting their home on the market. There's a whole bunch of sellers out there who want to sell their home, but they don't feel safe letting people walk through it. That's your opportunity as investors to say, I'll buy your home, and then you don't have to, you know, have a realtor let anybody and their dog, you know, come through your home who might have COVID. And so I think that's actually an opportunity for us.